Okay, welcome to the HTC Thunderbolt Digitizer replacement video. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to remove the back cover and battery from your phone. Once you do that, what you'll notice are a few screws. So the next step you want to take is you want to remove the Phillips screws from the back housing. And you have a few of them, as our technician is pointing out. So you want to begin to remove these with your Phillips screwdriver. Should be a total of 6. Again, I want to stress the importance of screw management. If you are a seasoned technician who is very familiar with this particular phone, then it's not as important to understand where your screws are coming from and where they go back into. But if you aren't familiar with this phone, then you want to make sure that you use some type of screw management to understand where your screws actually go back in after you take them out. So the next thing you want to do is remove the bottom strip from your phone using your tweezers. Next thing you want to do is remove the Phillips screw under the remove strip. Next thing you want to do is you want to use your blade to remove your rear casing. So you want to use your precision blade or something to that effect to remove your rear casing. Again, if you are an experienced technician, using your blade is okay. If you're less experienced, then you may want to use something with a little more plastic, such as your spudger. But the choice is yours. Just be sure to protect anything that is not already damaged. So you're going to remove your rear casing. Next thing you want to do is remove your 2 Phillips screws. So there's 2 Phillips screws, one on both sides of the phone, on the very back. So you want to remove those. Next, you're going to use your plastic pick tool to separate the middle casing. And again, you guys can see that there is a consistency in doing this. Many of the phones separate in this manner. And again, you always want to use plastic on plastic. Never want to use a metal tool to open a plastic casing. Next thing you want to do is disconnect a ribbon cable at the very bottom of your phone, bottom right. There should be a ribbon cable you want to disconnect. And then you want to release your logic board, which is being held in by tabs. You can use your tweezers or some type of tool to actually release this logic board. Once you release your logic board, what you'll notice is that there is a ribbon cable still connected. So you want to remove the tape and disconnect that ribbon cable using your tweezers. There's actually 2 ribbon cables. So after separating your digitizer and LCD assembly, you want to apply low heat to the digitizer / LCD. Low level heat should be around 100 degrees. And you can use your hot air tool. And again, these hot air tools are available at shop.cellularrepairschool.com. Again, that's shop, S-H-O-P, .cellularrepairschool.com. Next thing you want to do is you want to use your blade to separate the digitizer from the LCD. And again, you want to be very careful not to damage the LCD when doing this step. what you'll find in many of the bar style phones is that adhesive is what's holding the digitizer to the LCD assembly. So you'll find this as a constant in many of your smartphones, bar phones. Do you want to disconnect your digitizer? Again, you want to apply a little low level heat to the back of the device. So next thing you want to do is you want to separate the LCD from the metal back. And again, you want to be careful when doing this, not to damage the LCD if the LCD is not already broken. So you want to separate the LCD and the metal back. So next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and remove all the old tape off of the metal midframe. And you want to apply new adhesive to the metal midframe. And in this particular step, you want to use the thicker adhesive tape on the metal midframe. Then you want to remove tape from the digitizer, the protective tape that it comes in. You want to remove that and apply the new adhesive to the new digitizer. And this is the 1/4 inch tape that you guys want to use. Next thing you want to do is you want to remove the cover on the tape, leaving your adhesive. So, good way to do this is using your tweezers to peel off the top layer of the adhesive tape. So you want to remove the tape cover on the new LCD, and then you want to place and set the LCD on the digitizer. You want to make sure you line it up properly. Now you want to remove the adhesive tape cover from the midframe, the metal midframe. Be sure to run the cable through the holes and set the LCD digitizer on the midframe. So now the next thing you want to do is connect the ribbon cables and set the logic board in place. So you want to make sure you connect both of those cables that you disconnected when initially separating the LCD digitizer assembly. If you need to apply tape, please do. Tape just reassures that your connections will not come loose, so it helps to reinforce those connections. As you guys notice, in most cases when you open up a new phone, it's going to have tape on it initially. So a great tip is to actually save the tape that you take off so that you can put it back on once you reconnect the ribbon cables, such as what our technician is doing right now. So you want to close it, make sure that it's sitting properly, proper alignment. Next thing you want to do is reconnect the ribbon cable down at the bottom right side of your logic board. Next thing you want to do is reapply the plastic middle casing. Once you get the plastic metal casing back on the back, you want to insert the 2 Phillips screws that we removed previously. You want to reinsert your battery and test your unit for functionality. Once you find that your unit is working properly, you want to place the plastic back cover back on the device. Again, you want to test the functionality of your phone. You want to insert your last 2 Phillips screws on the front. Replace your strip or reapply your strip. And you want to insert your remaining screws. And once you do this, this will conclude the digitizer replacement on your HTC Thunderbolt. And be sure to always check full functionality of your phone. That includes making sure the digitizer is working properly, all of the numbers are working properly. The volume, the buttons, full quality check is essential to a great repair. And allow your customers to remove the plastic covering so that it provides a new feel, right?